If you were born in the 1940s, the 1950s, or the 1960s, your Social Security check has already changed in 2026. And you might not even know it yet. Some retirees are now getting an extra $50 to $300 every single month. Some people have already received thousands of dollars in retroactive payments without anyone telling them why. And if you were born after 1960, there's one number that can permanently raise or lower your monthly check by $180, depending entirely on when you decide to apply. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact numbers, the exact rules, and the exact steps the Social Security Administration has put in place in 2026. No fear, no scare tactics, just the facts that have a direct impact on your money. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to check your own account and what to look for. Hey everyone, on this channel we cover real Social Security updates. No fear-mongering, just the information that actually matters to you. Today we're going through 5 real changes for 2026 that every retiree and everyone approaching retirement needs to know about. Let's get into it. The first change is the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. Starting January 2026, Social Security benefits increased by 2.8%, slightly higher than last year's 2.5%. This adjustment is calculated automatically every year, based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, comparing the third quarter of the year to the year before. The average retiree's check went up by about $56 a month, from $2,015 to $2,071. Couples who both received benefits saw their combined check rise from $3,120 to $3,208. Over a full year, that $56 a month adds up to about $672 in extra income for a typical retiree. But here's the catch. Medicare Part B premiums also went up in 2026 from $185 to $200 and $2.90, an increase of almost $18 or about 9.6%. And that premium is deducted directly from your Social Security check before it ever reaches your bank account. So if you do the math, a lot of retirees on Medicare are really only seeing about $38 of that $56 increase land in their pocket. It's still a net gain, but it's smaller than the headline number suggests. This is worth knowing, so you're not surprised when your actual deposit doesn't match the percentage you read about in the news. The second change involves the earnings limit for people who are still working while collecting benefits. If you're under full retirement age for all of 2026, the earnings limit is now $24,480, up from $23,400 last year. For every $2 you earn above that limit, Social Security withholds $1 from your benefit. If you're reaching full retirement age sometime during 2026, that limit is higher, $65,160, and the withholding rate is gentler, $1 for every $3 over the limit. And once you actually reach full retirement age, this earnings test disappears completely. You can earn as much as you want with no reduction at all. One more important thing. Any money that gets withheld under this test isn't gone forever. The SSA recalculates your benefit once you hit full retirement age and gives you credit for it going forward. The third change is one of the biggest in years, and it relates to the Social Security Fairness Act. If you spent any part of your career working for a state or local government, a public school system, or a federal agency before 1984, jobs where Social Security tax wasn't withheld from your paycheck, you may have had your benefit reduced for decades by something called the windfall elimination provision, or the government pension offset. Both of these provisions were permanently eliminated by a law signed in January 2025, and the Social Security Administration has been working through the recalculations ever since. As of early 2026, the SSA has already paid out more than $17 billion in retroactive payments to over 3.1 million beneficiaries. For many people, that arrived as a lump sum direct deposit with no advance warning at all. If you believe you were affected by either of these provisions and your benefit hasn't been adjusted yet, the right move is to log into your My Social Security account and compare your current benefit to what you were receiving before January 2025. If you spent your career as a public sector spouse or a divorced spouse of a public sector worker, it's worth double-checking too, since some spousal cases have taken longer to process. The fourth change involves the maximum amount of your income that's actually subject to Social Security tax. In 2026, that cap rose to $184,500, up from $176,100. If your income is below that threshold, this doesn't change anything for you personally. But it matters for the system as a whole, because it means higher earners are contributing on a larger share of their wages, which helps fund the program for everyone, including you. The fifth and final change is the one that matters most if you were born in 1960 or later. Your full retirement age is now officially 67, and this change takes effect in November 2026. This is the very last step of a gradual increase that Congress set in motion all the way back in 1983, when the retirement age was originally 65. Here's why this number matters so much. If you claim your benefit at age 62, the earliest possible age, your monthly check is permanently reduced, roughly 0.05% for each month before your full retirement age, up to a maximum reduction of about 30% if you claim a full 5 years early. On the other hand, if you delay your claim past your full retirement age, your benefit increases by about 8% for every year you wait, up until age 70. For someone whose full retirement age benefit is $2,000 a month, that's the difference between roughly $1,400 a month if they claim at 62, and roughly $2,480 a month if they wait until 70. That's a real permanent difference of more than $1,000 a month for the rest of your life, just based on timing. So before you make that decision, the smartest thing you can do is log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and look at the actual numbers for your own earnings record, comparing what you get at 62, at your full retirement age, and at 70. That comparison is sitting there in your account right now, completely free. So to recap, 5 real Social Security updates for 2026. The COLA increase brought the average check up by $56 a month, though Medicare premiums ate into part of that gain. The earnings limit for people still working went up, giving you more room before any benefits are withheld. The Social Security Fairness Act eliminated the WEP and GPO for public sector workers, and billions in retroactive payments are still being processed. The taxable wage cap rose to $184,500. And for anyone born in 1960 or later, full retirement age is now locked in at 67, with real, permanent consequences depending on when you choose to claim. If this information was useful to you, share it with anyone in your family who receives Social Security, because most of these changes apply quietly in the background, and nobody sends out a simple explanation like this. You can check your own account anytime at ssa.gov or call the SSA's official number at 180-077-21213. If you have specific questions about your situation, subscribe to the channel so you keep getting real, verified Social Security updates. No scare tactics, no fake deadlines, just the facts that actually affect your money.